Alrighty, here we are. I know it's been 4 or 5, maybe 6 days. Sharp Customs, you know the routine. Got this little engine here, small block Chevy, 350. Not sure on the year. It is a Mexican made block. 4-bolt main. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, yada 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 yada. So we had to take the oil pan off. We had to take the oil pump off in order to get at the rear cap. Basically it's ready now. We did it off camera. We changed the rear main seal, and if you get one of these older motors, the newer ones have a 1-piece seal. This is 2 pieces, so you can actually use the new one and you can slide it down around underneath the crankshaft to get the new one in place. Just make sure you lube it up good, you know, maybe use some RTV, whatever, you know, safety precautions. So that's all back together. Now this little project, we got the transmission underneath. This is I believe it's a 400, judging by the thickness of the yoke. Now this is a fixed yoke. A bolt actually holds this in. This came out of a van, so it's got a little short piece of drive shaft with a hanger bearing and a slip spline. Say that 5 times fast. Slip spline, slip spline, slip spline. But anyhow, maybe some of my viewers out there, maybe they got some insight. I'm wondering if I can just swap out this yoke for a standard 400 yoke and use it as a, you know, slip yoke. But anyhow, so we got that little dilemma. Oil's coming out of there without the bolt holding it in. So this transmission and this motor, they came out of a Chevy van, not sure what year, more of a cargo type van. But I'll show you what it's going in. I'll show you the driveway. I'll show you the chaos. So we've got this big land yacht here. It is a 1974 Buick LeSabre, ragtop. So basically, the Buick motor obviously and transmission was no good. So we're gonna stuff the itty bitty small block 350 in here, which is kind of nice because, I mean, I almost think I could put 2 small blocks in here. There's so much room. And this is a quick little job. It's just a drop in, probably take those mounts off, probably weld mounts in, get the transmission line up, the drive shaft. It was supposed to be a quick, you know, couple day job, but of course we ran into problems with the rear main seal leaking on the motor and that transmission thing. But aside of that, sitting right beside it, we have a 40s, not sure 100% on the year, but it's a late 40s little shoebox project that just come along. Basically it's completely stock as far as I know. It's still got drum brakes on the front, manual steering. It does have a 4-speed in it, I think. Does it have a 4-speed in it? Yes, it has a 4-speed in it. So basically, manual brakes, manual steering. We're swapping all that out for kit stuff. We're putting discs on the front. We're putting a power steering system of some sort. It has not arrived yet. We are putting the 90-degree master cylinder brake booster under the dash because I figure that's the easiest way to go about it. Is there's a radio. Get this. I gotta tell my viewers this. There is a radio, the stock radio in the dash, and I shit you not, when you look underneath the dash, that radio is about that long, about that tall, and sticks back more than a foot. This thing is a Neanderthal. When I rip it out of there, don't worry, I will make sure you get to see. And this is just your standard AM press button dial radio. It's just incredible how big this thing is, you know, from back in the day, obviously. So as you can see, yes, the driveway, you know, we got the Xterra. We still got to do some work on that. We're not sure what we're doing. Maybe pull the motor out of it. We got the lesabre we're working on right now. This is maybe, trying to think if it's a 49. Anyhow, it's a late 40s shoebox. Nice little looking hot rod. One of our projects that'll be coming in the fall. And of course, as you can see, my truck has become storage for camera girls' truck box and fenders and whatnot. That thing hasn't seen the light of day for months. Oh, and that little red van up there, that's what we've been driving. That's my daughter's van. She let us borrow it because our Xterra is not working. That needs work. That needs some power steering lines. It's freaking leaking all over my driveway. But the dash is really pretty in that car. Karen, the camera girl, really likes the dash. That's her favorite part of this car, is the dash. I think it's only because they painted it red and it's all purdied up. Car's got a funky smell in it, I can tell you that. I'm pretty sure it's going to be in need of some new rug. Get that weird dark green rug. I'm sure there's been many a mice pee on it. Let's go in the garage. So, you all got to see. We got the, I know this shit is hard to see because, as you can see, the whole garage is, you know, it's a cluster, you know. I'm not going to say the word. But we got the little chopped quarter scale Chevy here. Still working on it. We got a Chevy in a box. Little mini Chevy in a box. That one's been all trimmed up, buttered, couple coats of epoxy primer. I did that not once, but twice, because that was supposed to ship out to California. That's why it's in the box. I won't say the guy's name. I'm guessing he doesn't want it because I haven't heard from him. So that one will be posted probably on Marketplace. Everybody on the quarter scale groups knows it's available. The little chopped one, not available yet. Let's boogie on through the garage. We got, yeah, we still got them big old 4 doors we're doing. We got a fresh one. Came out yesterday. Looks pretty good. I already trimmed off the flash lines. This needs very little work. This looks really good. If I could get them all to come out like this, there's a little blemish here. That's a minor little fix-up. But if I could get them all to come out looking like this, I would be a happy camper, because technically I could ship these out like this. These would be the, you know, the regular price ones where the person who buys one, they, you know, they clean up the flange lines and any little imperfections like this. That's pretty easy to fix. A little bit of mud, you know, a little bit of primer. Problem is this one looks beautiful from this angle. Now I'm going to turn it. I'll bring it into the light. Well, we still have that issue happening in various places. Basically, I already picked most of it out. Basically, the gel coat gaitered. Some of it is very superficial. You can just kind of sand it a bit, mud it, and you're golden. But that door, yeah, that door's definitely going to need some TLC. But overall, this was a light layup. You can see I tinted the resin. Makes it look pretty cool inside. This was a light layup because this one is stated to go to Ottawa. as just a static model. So I lightened up. I didn't put cloth in this one, let's just say. I just used light chop mat, well, C-Veil. 3 layers of C-Veil equates to about 1.5 ounce, and then a layer of 6 ounce chop. And it's I don't know, it's a little flimsy, but for just a static model, it's gonna be perfect. I really like the grill. I want to show the inside of the grill because I didn't use the microfiber stuff to do it and goop it all up solid. I just basically did it with the C-Veil, and even the inside looks as nice as the outside. Even the tailgate, I just did with the angel hair C-Veil. Some people call it angel hair, and even it turned out fairly nice. A couple little spots on the stake pockets, but those are the hard corners to get. So yeah, this one needs a little fixing. And speaking of the quarter scale stuff, I got my molds sitting on the table, and I've decided that because, you know, each time I pull one, I get some damages here and there. You can see where I've, you know, buttered it up a bit. Normally I just butter it, sand it with 600 wet, wax it, carry on, you know, pull the next one. But what I've decided to do, because they've all got just little blemishes here and there, what I've decided to do is I'm going to clean them with reducer, get the wax off. This one, I modified this one so that I basically put in the hood trim line. And I was really thinking that this filler was going to get pulled out in that one. Basically, the filler would stay with the part, but it worked out perfect. You know, you can see all these little marks where I've had issues. So my idea is to bang these down, 220, 320. As you can see, they all got little blemishes. And there's some dirt, so I get little speck marks in the gel coat finish. So I'm going to spend the time. I'm going to sand all these down and probably give them a fresh coat of paint, and wet sand and buff them. And the idea behind that is so maybe they pop a little nicer. They come off pretty good now. I fight with the sides a wee bit. I'm actually think this is my vulnerable spot right here. This corner seems to be the hardest part to pop. That's why we put all the wood reinforcing, because I did crack one in various places. Right there, it cracked. Cracked in here. You can't really see it, but I fixed up the outside, and I just putty up the crack when I do a layup. Yeah, so they've taken a little bit of abuse, considering I've only done, what, 6 pulls? 6 pulls, so they probably should have been made a little heavier duty. But that's a learning experience when you're getting into, you know, fiberglassing, molding. As far as, you know, getting the art of pulling one out nice, while I'm lacking on the whole gel coat. So the next one, when I spray the gel coat, I'm going to put it in there so damn heavy, because I know that's what the wrinkling is. I did get a gel coat gun. I'd show it to you, but it's over there, and it's nothing special to look at. But yeah, so we'll get all these blemishes. You know, the whole things are going to get painted, probably in the same color gray, and buffed, polished, waxed, set up. So the next one's going to be a few days out. I'm going to probably hopefully get them sprayed up today and give them, you know, should probably give them about a week to cure the paint before I start pulling, because, you know, polyester resin just does give off a little bit of heat. And so that's my little update. Any work on our trucks? 0. Just an update there. So, I hope you all enjoyed. Like, share, subscribe. Till the next video, which hopefully is sooner, not later. Comment. Later. Peace.